Bitcoin Bulletin is live. Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the crypto world's biggest movers and shakers. First up, El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele is making waves with a massive Bitcoin purchase to celebrate a major anniversary. Then, we're diving deep into the charts, as history suggests Bitcoin might be on the verge of another dip before it rockets to new all-time highs. Next, we'll uncover why corporate Bitcoin buyers, like Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy, are slowing down their purchases despite record holdings. And finally, we're heading to Tokyo, where a new hub, Tokyo Bitcoin Base, is aiming to reignite Japan's passion for Bitcoin. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. El Salvador buys Bitcoin on anniversary. El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele just announced a significant purchase of 21 Bitcoin, a move that commemorates the 4th anniversary of the nation's landmark Bitcoin law. This acquisition, valued at $2.3 million, underscores El Salvador's continued commitment to Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency they famously adopted as legal tender back in 2021, making them the first country in the world to do so. This latest purchase brings El Salvador's total Bitcoin reserve to 6,313 BTC, currently worth around $701 million. The government has been strategically acquiring Bitcoin, even purchasing 1 BTC daily since March of the previous year, despite pressure from the International Monetary Fund, IMF. The IMF has consistently voiced concerns about the risks associated with state involvement in digital assets and has been pushing for El Salvador to cease its crypto initiatives. However, President Bukele has remained steadfast, declaring that the purchases will not stop, even as official statements to the IMF suggested a pause in acquisitions earlier this year. Beyond holding reserves, El Salvador has also pioneered Bitcoin mining using geothermal energy from its volcanoes and launched its own mining pool, Lava Pool, in October 2023. This demonstrates a multifaceted approach to integrating Bitcoin into its national strategy. The country's mining operations have reportedly yielded nearly 474 BTC over the past 3 years, contributing to its overall digital asset portfolio. The community is buzzing with this news, with many seeing it as a bold statement of defiance against traditional financial institutions and a reaffirmation of El Salvador's innovative path. Analysts are closely watching how this bold move impacts the country's financial stability and its relationship with international bodies like the IMF. But is this a sign of continued adoption or a strategic play? Stay tuned as we break down the market's reaction. And speaking of big players, Japan's MetaPlanet just made a massive BTC acquisition of their own. Bitcoin's next move, correction or ATH. Bitcoin has been showing remarkable resilience, trading above crucial support levels and reinforcing its long-term uptrend. However, historical patterns suggest that before Bitcoin can break through to a new all-time high, it might need to undergo a slight correction. Analysts point to a potential dip to around $101,634, a level historically supported by the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. This specific Fibonacci level has acted as a launchpad for significant rallies in the past. If Bitcoin retraces to this point, it could provide the necessary foundation for the next powerful surge, helping to reset market momentum and pave the way for sustainable growth beyond current records. Currently trading at $111,340, Bitcoin is holding firm above the $110,000 support line, which aligns with its 4-month uptrend. While the immediate momentum suggests potential short-term gains, possibly targeting $112,500 and $115,000, the historical playbook indicates that a move to $101,634 might be a prerequisite for reaching a new all-time high. The network value to transactions, NVT ratio, is currently showing subdued on-chain activity, which could make a sharp, immediate decline less likely, potentially delaying the anticipated Fibonacci retracement scenario. Market sentiment is cautiously optimistic, with traders and investors watching closely to see if Bitcoin follows historical precedents. The possibility of profit-taking could accelerate a dip, while widespread fear could push prices below $100,000, invalidating the bullish outlook. The key will be whether Bitcoin can consolidate at current levels, or if it will indeed test the critical $101,634 support. This technical outlook is fascinating, but what about the big companies buying Bitcoin? Are they still in the game? Get ready, because we're diving into the buying habits of crypto's corporate giants. Corporate Bitcoin buyers slow down, but not out. Bitcoin treasury companies, those major corporations holding significant amounts of Bitcoin on their balance sheets, are showing a marked slowdown in their purchasing activity, despite holding record-high reserves. This shift indicates a more cautious approach from these institutional players. While the total volume of Bitcoin held by these companies has reached a staggering 840,000 BTC, their recent acquisition rates have fallen to annual lows. A prime example is MicroStrategy, led by Michael Saylor, which has historically been one of the most aggressive buyers. Reports indicate that MicroStrategy's average purchase size has dropped significantly, with some transactions showing an 86% decrease compared to earlier this year. This suggests a potential constraint on cash flow or a strategic decision to de-risk their acquisition strategy. This cautious sentiment is occurring against a backdrop of mixed market signals. El Salvador's recent Bitcoin purchase and its ongoing mining operations highlight continued national-level adoption. Conversely, Japan is reportedly considering tighter crypto regulations, which could dampen speculative interest. The broader market is also grappling with geopolitical factors and the ongoing debate around institutional adoption, with some analysts predicting potential bear market conditions in the near future. The market's reaction is one of watchful waiting. While the reduced buying from major players might signal a temporary cooling-off period, it doesn't necessarily indicate a complete exit. Many believe these companies are simply adopting a more disciplined, risk-averse strategy, waiting for more opportune moments or clearer market direction before resuming aggressive accumulation. The current price action, hovering around $112,000, reflects this uncertainty, with technical analysis suggesting a lean bullish bias as long as key support levels are maintained. So, while the big players are taking a breather, innovation is still happening on the ground. Let's shift our focus to the heart of Tokyo. Tokyo Bitcoin Base, rekindling Japan's Bitcoin passion. In the bustling Shinjuku ward of Tokyo, a new space named Tokyo Bitcoin Base is emerging as a vibrant hub for Bitcoin enthusiasts and newcomers alike, aiming to revitalize Japan's relationship with the cryptocurrency. Located near Yotsuya Station, this four-story venue serves as a co-working space and event center, providing a much-needed physical location for people to learn about Bitcoin's technological underpinnings and practical uses. This initiative comes from Fulgur Ventures Japan, spearheaded by CEO Rintaro Kawai, who recognized a gap in public education and accessibility regarding Bitcoin in Japan. The space officially opened on April 25, 2025, following an announcement at Bitcoin Tokyo 2024, Japan's first Bitcoin conference. The history of Bitcoin in Japan is complex, largely overshadowed by the infamous MT, Gox exchange collapse in 2014. This event led to widespread distrust and a significant exodus of enthusiasts. Tokyo Bitcoin Base aims to overcome this lingering skepticism by creating a welcoming environment and actively engaging with communities traditionally underrepresented in the Bitcoin space, such as women and Gen Z. The presence of a Satoshi statue at the grand opening, symbolizing their mission to make Japan a great Bitcoin nation again, underscores their ambitious goals. Beyond social meetups and networking events, Tokyo Bitcoin Base is fostering a strong ecosystem. They collaborate with the Plan Network and Thailand's Bob Space, sharing resources and best practices. Future plans include hosting a developer residency program and BUIDL Tokyo Bitcoin Base, a technology conference designed to encourage collaboration. Fulgur Ventures is also expanding its physical footprint by acquiring nearby properties, including a hotel and residential buildings, to accommodate visitors and long-term residents, envisioning the area as a Bitcoin beach akin to El Salvador. public reaction and anticipation are growing, especially among those seeking to rebuild Japan's reputation as a leader in Bitcoin innovation. The initiative is seen as a crucial step in educating the public, attracting new talent, and restoring faith in Bitcoin's potential, aiming to make Japan a global leader in Bitcoin adoption once again. That's a wrap on our top stories today, but before you go, let's do a quick recap. What a packed show! We saw El Salvador making a bold Bitcoin buy on their law's anniversary. Then, we explored if Bitcoin needs a dip to $101,000 before hitting new highs. We also discovered why corporate buyers like MicroStrategy are slowing down their acquisitions. And finally, Tokyo is building a new Bitcoin hub to reignite passion in Japan. Don't miss out on the next episode. Like this video, subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin, hit that notification bell, drop a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels for more crypto insights.